All right, guys, welcome to the sixth episode of Hot Takes Cold Truths. Today we'll be talking about the Summer League, and there's five names to me that stand out. I know we got Pacome Daddier and he got injured and stuff like that, so I'm not gonna dwell on him. Right, he had one good game, one game, but then got injured, so he couldn't show up for the next ones to see where he's at. Right, so we're gonna start with Summer League, at least from the Knicks standpoint. I've seen some good-looking games, but every game I saw the Knicks play, it was sloppy on both ends. So I'm not gonna say, oh my god, like these people need to be and they're gonna be superstars. No, not at all. I'm just saying like what the Knicks need and the backup and to fill out the bench and stuff like that. So we got the power forward, Mohamed Diawara. I hope I'm saying your name right. He started off with 7 points. This is off the bench, 17 minutes, 7 points, right? 3 for 7, so 42%. 1 for 3 from three, so 33%. And he missed a free throw. Oh my God, the amount of free throws that was being missed. 7 rebounds, 3 offensive, 4 defensive, 1 assist. All right. And he was moving the ball. Don't get that 1 assist makes, fools you and makes you think like, oh man, he doesn't move the ball. I mean, granted, he's a power forward. He shouldn't be up there in assists. Like if you think about, power forwards and what they're supposed to be, right? But he can handle the ball, he can bring it up, he can pass it up. He's all right. Next game, 5 points, 2 for 4. So he shot 50% now. 0 for 1 from three. Cool. 1 for 3 from free throws. He got 3 defensive rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. Right? He was doing all right. And remind you, I'm not talking about some starter for us. I'm talking about like maybe a third stringer bench player just to fill in like, oh, someone got injured and a second guy's going up. We at least have someone behind him too. So then as a starter, he finally gets starter minutes. 7 points, 3 for 8, 37%. Not his best shooting game, but that was also because a lot of his shots came from the 3 point line and he went 0 for 4. Don't know how his career threes are, but I just respect the hustle that he has. I respect the energy, and he can get you a bucket, and he can also, look around, give you some assists, much needed ball movement if need be. He went 1 for 2 from free throws. Okay, we going up to 50%. I think that's his summer league high right now. 1 offensive rebound, 3 defensive rebounds, 4 rebounds in total, 2 assists, 1 steal. So defensively, he did all right. Offensively, he did all right too. I mean, I feel like if it's a nerves thing, then calm down, relax. Easier said than done. But if you can't shoot, don't shoot. Right? If that's the case, just don't. Then his last game, he had 9 points, 4 for 11, so 36%. But 5 of his shots came from three, and he went 1 for 5. 1 for 5. So he shot 20% from three. 9 points. Didn't have any free throws this time. 7 defensive rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and he had 2 turnovers this time. This is a decent, I think, third stringer if the Knicks want a third string power forward. I mean, look, OG gets rest. You go to Yabusele. Let's say Yabusele and he's not working out and you want to just try something new, Mike Brown. You could throw Mohamed Diawara in there. You know what I'm saying? Just to try things, just to mix and match a little. See what's up. See how he does against NBA competition with NBA ready players in the lineup that he's sharing minutes with. All right, so that's out the power forward. We're gonna get him out the way now. Boom. Then we got James Naji. I hope I'm saying that right. He to me was amazing. Like it doesn't show up in the box score like, oh my god, he scored so much or something like that. But to me, it's like he did the little things that was just great. So he had 4 points in game one, and he went. This is in 11 minutes, by the way. 4 points, 1 for 1. So that's beautiful, right? Free throws, 2 for 4, at least 3 for 4. Can I at least see a 3 for 4 there? But I'm not gonna harp. So 2 for 4, and then no rebounds, no nothing, right? You got to steal, a block. But that's in 11 minutes. I think they also put him in like little garbage spurts here and there. But he showed out, I think, in those 11 minutes. Then against the Celtics, he played less minutes, so he only had 9 minutes now, and he had 2 points. Both of them came from the free throw line. 1 rebound, 2 steals, and he had 1 turnover, 1 foul. I feel like to have, as you can see, he's someone, I mean, obviously he's a center, but he's someone that's consistently going to the line. And I feel like that's something the Knicks can use with someone like him. And don't get me wrong, he was getting boards when he can get boards. I know it's saying here like, oh, 0 boards, 1 boards, but you got to also remember that this is like during garbage minutes, stuff like that. Like he's not out there long enough to, consistently get boards or something. Now he gets 13 minutes. So 2 minutes from game one, He gets a little, not even 2 minutes, like a minute and like 40 seconds more than game 1. 4 points, 2 shots from within the 3-point line. He went 0 for 1 from free throws, so he could have had 5 points. This is against the Nets. He had 1 offensive rebound, 3 defensive rebounds, 4 rebounds in total, 1 assist. He did have 5 personal fouls, which is not great. But if you want a Mitch starting lineup and you need a backup center with Huck Porty or something, you can also, and Huck Porty's not working, you could throw James in there, stuff like that, if you still want to go big. And then in 6 minutes against the Pacers, he has 2 points, went 1 for 1, no free throws, but 2 offensive rebounds. This is all with, he basically matched his 11-minute game with almost half the amount of minutes. That's amazing to me. Let's get to Huck Porty. He got injured as well, so he's not in all of them. But in 20 minutes, he got 6 points, 3 for 5 field goal attempt, right? Which is good, 60%. I'm down for it. What I'm not down for is 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Gotta get better than that. Game 2, he did his thing, though. Game 2, he did his thing. But we're on game 1. He had to do better. 2 offensive rebounds, 3 defensive rebounds, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, 1 turnover, 5 fouls. Like I said, Huck Porty to me should be our bench center. Start Mitchell Robinson. Sorry, Cat. I know you like playing center. Start Mitchell Robinson. We can throw in, when it comes to playoff time, throw Cat starting at the starting lineup at times. But regular season things, let them work on playing together. Then we got game 2 against the Celtics, 21 minutes. I'm gonna say 22 because it was literally a second off 22 minutes. 9 points, 2 for 4, so 50% field goal percentage. I'm once again cool with that. Shot 6 free throws, made 5 of them. Love to see that. 6 offensive rebounds, 7 defensive rebounds, 13 rebounds in total. Beautiful. 1 assist, 2 steals, 3 blocks. 5 turnovers is not what I like to see, but the 1 assist, 2, all that stuff, beautiful. 5 fouls, 5 turnovers. Got to work on that part. But when you're going for blocks, when you're going for steals, that's going to happen. The fouls are going to happen. Turnovers, not so much. I don't want to see that. You're not someone that's going for assists, so let's not. Then his last game before he gets injured, 13 minutes. Well, his last game, I think he got injured during this game. 4 points, 2 from 3. 2 for 3 field goal attempts, right? So he had a 66% field goal percentage, which is good. 5 defensive rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, 2 turnovers, 2 fouls. And then, he gets injured and can't play. But that was just, to me, Huck Porty shows that he's ready to be that bench guy. If you need Mitch to start, he can come off the bench for Mitch. I think that Mike Brown should test it out, see how it works. But yeah, Huck Porty to me showed that he can help the Knicks win and at least keep the score close. Then we got Kevin McCullough Jr., point guard, right? Now, I think he's more of a shooting guard, and I think he played as a shooting guard because Kolek was the point guard. I think they listed him as point guard for some reason, but I think he's more of a shooting guard. I think they might be wrong here, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is a point guard. I don't know. To me, his game style screams shooting guard, because if we have another shoot first point guard, Kevin McCullough can go. But we need, because we need a playmaking point guard. But you're going to tell me right now, Jordan Clarkson, backup shooting guard, right? We got Deuce McBride, Jordan Clarkson, and you throw in Kevin McCullough for 3. That's 3 shooting guards right there. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at what he did, right? He had 13 points. First game, I didn't like. 13 points, 5 for 14, 1 for 5, 2 for 2 free throws, love that. 3 offensive rebounds, 3 defensive rebounds, love that. 6 together. 3 assists, okay. 1 steal, 3 turnovers, 3 personal fouls. Offensively, I didn't like his game that first game, and like I said, offensively I didn't like anybody's game too much. I felt like offensively we were a step behind. Defensively, I felt like we were a step behind. I feel like that first game, it was like, well, first 2 games ish, it was like the other team would make a move and be like, oh, that's what you're gonna do, okay, cool, now I'm gonna defend it well. And then the other team adjusts, and then we're like, oh, that's what you're doing, okay, then they defend it well. Like, it was never like they were a step ahead, they were always a step behind and catching up. And then offensively, it was like they were trying to play catch up so quickly and sloppy, and yeah, that first game. So first game, I don't like his shooting, but I did like his rebounding, his looking for the other guys, even though their passing was atrocious in this first game as well. But yeah, then you got the second game. I feel indifferent about this. Like, he got this 30 points, which is beautiful. 10 for 15, 66%. That's amazing. 1 for 5 for 3 is like, okay. 9 for 10 from free throw line, love that. 4 rebounds, 1 offensive, 3 defensive, love that. 2 steals, love that. And you got 8 personal fouls though. I didn't like that. 6 turnovers, didn't like that much. But then if you're the main guy going in scoring, I kind of expect that. So if you take that and put that like on the bench, I feel like you'll get a very efficient, like his first game, 13 points maybe. Like that 30-point game that he had against the Celtics, I feel like would have turned into, like, if it was the NBA game, like, oh my God, Kevin McCullough Jr. scored 13. Like, that would have been amazing. Like, if you're a third stringer scoring 13, you're doing your thing. So that's that. That's another person I feel like the Knicks could pick up. I don't think he should be playing point guard because we have a lot of shoot first people already. I don't think we need another. That should be, if you're gonna have him third string shooting guard, maybe. I don't know. But then again, we got Deuce McBride and Jordan Clarkson. So then the man that you've all been waiting for, Tyler Kolek. Now a lot of people was like, ugh, Tyler Kolek, I didn't like his game. And I'm gonna tell you what I didn't like first. What I didn't like I said, was the one step behind type of game that the Knicks had. That whole thing, even offensively, is like, but I'm talking about defensively at the moment. Yeah, defensively, they just felt one step behind. Offensively, where I was disappointed in Kolek was the sloppiness of it. It felt like throwing half-assed passes, throwing passes where you're throwing it across, where people can easily steal, things like that, where it felt like you could have made a better decision than that, Kolek. Like, come on, man, you better than that. But let's look at his game nonetheless. But what I did appreciate actually from Kolek, and I'm not talking about that one game that he went off and stuff like that, but I appreciated his intensity on defense. Like, he brought energy. Like, whether you saying, oh, his guy got past him or whatever, he brought that intensity. Like, he was trying, and I respect that, and I gotta give it to him, because people, we criticize him for his defense, and to see him actually step up, like, yes, you can say it's summer league, but if he can at least keep that energy going into the season, even if he's not the best defender off the bat, he can become better by applying himself, and the more he applies himself, the better he will most likely get. So I'm as a fan happy to see that. So first game, starting point guard, 26 minutes, 10 points, 4 for 11. I do not like that. I didn't like that. 0 for 5 from 3. I appreciated him going for the threes, but I was just like, nah, I didn't like it. 2 for 2 from free throws. Loved it. 3 offensive rebounds, 3 defensive rebounds. That's 6 rebounds in total. Loved that. 8 assists. Loved that too. Right. I felt like he also got 1 steal, 1 block, which was also great. And that's what I'm talking about. That defensive intensity. He actually tried, and look, it showed. 1 steal, 1 block, 3 defensive rebounds. But that turnovers ratio, the 8 to 5, I didn't like that. Like I said, I felt like there was certain turnovers that was just like, why, dude? You didn't have to do that. The shots, I felt like a lot of the Knicks players were like giving up the easy shots, like that they could have took, or hesitating on them to the point where the defense gets on them, and now they're just like chucking it up or trying to shoot real quick. So yeah, but it was not too bad. Not as bad as the second game. I'll say that. So the second game, in 29 minutes, he has 3 points, goes 1 for 13, 0 for 6 from 3, and 1 for 2 from the free throw line. I didn't like that at all. So the second game was, to me, a throwaway game. 4 assists, 4 turnovers, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Like I said, the only thing I can give him in that second game was he continued to keep that intensity on defense, and like I said, the better intensity you give, the more you're gonna get out of it. And that's one thing he showed during the summer league, was his I guess, effort to defend. He's not gonna shy away. He knows what people call him. Hey, you're not a great defender. Hey, you can't shoot, can't create your own offense. You're not a scorer. And I felt like that's, while the first 2 games he didn't do well scoring, the fact that he was trying to go out and do that, I appreciate that. The fact that he gave effort on defense, I appreciate that. And it eventually, started paying off. 25 game 3 against the Nets, 32 minutes, 25 points, 7 for 17, 40%. Now you might be like, oh, why do you like that? That's 40% and 7 for 17. That sounds bad. Well, the reason why I like that is because most of those shots came from the 3-point line, because he went 5 for 12 from the 3-point line and over 40% from the 3-point line, 41%. So that was amazing. Then 6 for 6 from the free throw line. So 5 for 12 from the 3-point line, 6 for 6 from the free throw line. This is beautiful, beautiful things to see. 2 defensive rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. See, this is what I'm talking about, putting that effort on defense, and 4 turnovers. Now, yes, like I said, would I want to see that turnover ratio, assist ratio be better? Yeah, but You made up for it with your offense. And that's what I love to see. If you're going to mess up on one end, you better be doing great on the other, you know? Then after that, they play the Pacers. He goes 6 for 15, 40%. Not too mad about it because 0 for 6 from 3. That's where I'm upset. Like, damn, you can't hit one shot. But he has 14 points from this, right? 2 for 3 from free throws. You missed one. Okay. I'm not going to harp on that, but okay. At least you made 2 out of the 3, right? You just missed one. 2 defensive rebounds, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and 5 turnovers. Like I said, I want to see that turnover assist ratio be better. I want to see that 3-point shot be better. But overall, this was an okay game. Then in his last game, he goes 7 points, 3 for 9, 1 for 6 from 3. So if we take away from the 3-pointers, he goes 2 for 3, I think it is. So 2 for 3 would have been 66%. However, he shot 16% from 3. So it drops that percentage to 33%. So once again, I'm not mad at his field goal percentage per se within the arc. Is beyond the arc that I'm just like, ugh. Didn't get to the free throw line much. Oh no, you didn't get to it at all. My bad. 2 points. 2 rebounds. That was defensive rebounds. 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 turnovers. So now he's doing what I said, right? To get that turnover assist ratio better. But as you can see, look, each game, 1 steal, 1 steal, 4 steals, 1 steal, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 blocked. Yes, no blocks, but then you got another block here. And then his turnovers were consistently like 4 or 5. But then that last game, it drops to 2. And you want to see that. Like, he only played 14 minutes this game, too. So, mind you, there's that. Like, the things that he needs to work on, and I don't know if it's because it was Summer League that he was just like, screw it, is like I said, shoot the shot when you have it. Don't hesitate. Just shoot it. Trust yourself. Because when you hesitate, that's when you're giving the defender time to come. You're going to rush that shot, and you're most likely going to miss. And that's really the first 2 games, a lot of his misses came from that. I felt like he did like a little hesitation, or he would miss one and feel like he would have to get it back the next time. And it's like, nah, calm down. Let the game come to you. You missed that. Listen, do some type of assist work or inside the arc work that will get your rhythm going, and then get back to that 3-point line. The turnovers, like I said, I don't know if it's Summer League, so he just didn't care because it's like, oh, Summer League doesn't matter towards the regular season, but his turnovers was just dumb turnovers, if for lack of a better term. Because I felt like it was turnovers that I didn't see him make during the season. Like, it was sloppy for no reason. Like, not too many of it was forced turnovers. I'm not saying that the other team didn't play defense. Each and every team played nice defense on the Knicks. It was just like, dude, you see they're playing nice defense. Why did you do that, right? So yeah, and so I feel like that as a backup point guard is going to be great, especially if he keeps on giving that effort on defense. I feel like the turnovers aren't going to be the same. And not saying that he's, oh my God, the turnovers aren't going to be the same, and all his flaws aren't going to be the same, but his pros are going to be, and strengths are going to be the same. Like, no, I'm not saying that. I do think assisting is always going to be there. His free throws, I think, is going to be there. But defensively, obviously, we have way better defenders in the NBA than Summer League. I feel like as long as he gives that effort, though, because the Knicks also have way better defenders than they do in Summer League. So as long as he gives the effort, I think someone like Mitch, Huck Porty, OG, Macau can help out. And then just scoring, I feel like with the threats of the other players on the Knicks, it'll help him too, where they can't focus him too much, you know? So these are the people I feel like can possibly be added to the Knicks rotation and help, whether it be second string, third string, but off the bench to add some depth. Let me know what you feel like in the comments. Like, subscribe. See you guys next time. Thank you for watching.